there's toxicity and there's polarity. And I completely agree, it is there. And then you're asking, how do we move away from there? The single biggest problem we have in this country is one of legitimacy for 40 years.
Okay.
So when I say legitimacy, I'm talking about legitimacy of leadership across the board. So whether you're talking about in the 80s, the fight that was there, Gukura Wundi and all that, was a challenge on the type of leadership that was being proffered that didn't unite people. Whether we're talking about in the 90s, whether we're talking about, so the legitimacy issue is the big thing. Now, where does it stem from? It stems from the fact that the way we choose political or civic leadership is done out of fear than out of competence.
Conviction.
And conviction. So for you to become an MP or a councillor, you've got to be able to have so much clout that brings fear to your contestants and not reverence and respect. So what we end up having as MPs is people, generally speaking, who can wield fear and who can exert fear around them and not respect and honor. So we don't have leaders amongst us who people just say, wow, what a guy, what a lady.
Principles, values.
Yeah, all that. And that's what you and I have fought for. Not against each other, but for, to say, how do we bring in the best people at the center so that the people admire who they have? Now, whenever a leadership is brought in politically, it has always been contested. So, all our election results since independence, maybe the first couple of ones were not that much contested, but they were all contested. So we have a contested outcome of choosing our leaders. And that goes through the whole fiber of our community and our society. So we have a contested leadership that is ruling or leading us. So how do we fix that? We have to fix that by bringing everybody to the table. And that has been my mantra. Let's have an open dialogue where you and I can talk about each other without feeling offended, but with a common good, truth and reconciliation. Without coming to a truth and reconciliation point and a healing point, we will continue to have this illegitimacy going on around us.
Are you making progress on that?
My view is that because I come from the church, I feel that the church has the singular biggest, I'm not saying they're the only ones, the singular biggest opportunity to bring everybody to the table. And there has been some progress in this past 12 months of trying to find what are the common interests and start there. And my dialogue is not just to bring in one big dialogue at a national level, everybody's talking, shouting at each other. But Trevor, dialogue starts between you and me. And it starts between you and me knowing that you and I have fought. But we are still...
There's something that is common.
We are still friends.
Yeah.
There's something that we fight for together. And you and I have not always agreed on everything. But whatever we've disagreed on, we just allow each other to play their own field, but we are in agreement on the common thing. Now, what Zimbabweans have done, this toxicity is that even the things that we agree on, we still want to fight. Even the things that we know is good for both of us, we still want to fight on those. And that is because of an illegitimacy issue or a legitimacy question. And I know people, when we talk about legitimacy, say, are you talking about 2018 results? No, I'm talking about within the parties themselves. So when you look at the opposition parties, they are fighting on a question of legitimacy. Who is the legitimate leader of the opposition? That's what they're fighting for right now. When you look at the ruling party, right now, they are at each other's throats on the DCCs. I had a chance to interact in one of the areas on the DCC elections. It's amazing how they are on each other's throat. On a legitimacy, are you for us or you are against us? They never talk about, are you for ZANU-PF or you're against ZANU-PF? Or are you for MDC or you're against MDC? They are into this factionalism because there's a legitimacy. I don't believe that mantra that says, I don't believe you're the true leader for us.